Olympiakos Perez. And so it's Olympiakos with it. There's the triple. And Nocioni pulls it down. It's stolen. Here's Wojcicki. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
No question, Clark. I think they'd like to establish a presence down low early in the game to get their offense going.
Here is Barusis. It's Rudy Fernandez on the wing. Second shot opportunity. And the rebound goes to Olympiakos. The pass to Manzares. Here's Spanoulis. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And it's Barusis finishing it off. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, hey, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Rodriguez. Passes it to Ewing. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Olympiakos takes possession. 1:33 left in the first quarter. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, I caught up with the head coach from Madrid. He talked about what an even matchup this is and said he expected a very tightly contested game. When two teams are so alike, more often than not, it comes down to the very last moments or even a little bit of luck. We'll see if he's right, guys.
Doris, thank you so much. And anytime this sort of matchup comes up on the schedule, the emotions are on display, and it should be tight.
And I think the coaches will play a big role tonight, guys, because these teams are so even talent-wise. It may be a strategic move here or there that becomes the difference.
Well, you know, I tend to think that the players are going to dictate and determine what happens between the lines. The coaches might have a role, but from my vantage point, it's always more the players taking care of that than the coaches.
Pass to Princesses, launches it. And again, it's Olympiakos from deep.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
43 seconds left to play in the first. It's tipped. Takes the three. That one goes. Count. He's got 6.
By the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Here's Spanoulis. And again, it's Olympiakos from deep.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Olympiakos leads by 16. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Olympiakos?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And so it's Olympiakos with it. At one point, they led by 16. Lafayette the pass to Darden. Here's the break, and here we go. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Nocioni. Rivers has got 5 points now in the quarter. Olympiakos leading by 11. The pass to Hunter. Tries a three. And Nocioni pulls it down.
Well, that's not really his game. I mean, he shouldn't be shooting the ball from out there.
He dishes it to Rivers. Passes to Slaughter. Feeds to Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. Nocioni for 3. Another 3 for Madrid.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
Up above 50% shooting now for the game, guys, and they'll definitely take that. It's defense where they need to key in.
Offensive rebound. Here's Hunter. Up and in on the layup.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Mesri, I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points. I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
A platoon swap here for Olympiakos.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
Olympiakos shooting their first free throw of the night here. And Madrid making a change here. Barousis is checked in. And the free throw, no good. Madrid trails by 10.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
There's the screen. Outside Carroll. The shot is off. Olympiakos leading by 10. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's the 3. And that one's good. And here is Rodriguez. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Fernandez. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
That'll do it for the first half. Olympiakos out in front. They lead by 11. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. And so it's Olympiakos with it. 11-point game. Here's Princesses. Shot is off. And Madrid will go the other way with it. And here we go. Here's Yui. And a great assist by Rodriguez as that one goes in. Rodriguez has got 3 assists in the game. Olympiakos leading by 9. Here's Dunston. Pass to Manzares. Here's Spanoulis. Olympiakos, no good that time either.
It's been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
And that one's good.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
And the shot is good.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Rodriguez outside. Nocioni kicks to Rodriguez. Plays it up and banks it in. 6 points for him.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
That is good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Here is Fernandez, and that one's good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And so it's Olympiakos with it. At one point, they led by 16. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds, Madrid takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
So both teams making some changes here. With some arc. Tries again, and it's rejected. And they'll keep possession. He was all alone on that one. Rivers has got 8.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
They're playing as one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like all-star weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the all-star weekend, no D.
And Olympiakos making a change here. We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Defensive foul, Othello Hunter. That's his first personal foul.
32 seconds left in the third quarter. Slaughter passes to Fernandez. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Garden. Olympiakos leading by 9. Here's Lucas, and that's not going to go. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. Rodriguez goes in. No Sione for 3.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Here's Wojcicki. Connects from three-point range.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
That's his first personal foul. First team.
Pass to Carroll. Plenty of space. And the rebound goes to Olympiakos.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And that one's good.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Here's Carroll. And a great assist by Rodriguez as that one goes in. Rodriguez has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Out of bounds, Olympiakos takes possession.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Fast break. Here we go. Here's Carroll. Shoots from the baseline. That's good on the jump shot. Carroll's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around him.
Three-pointer. No good.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
Here's Barousis. And another basket for Madrid. Timeout called Olympiakos. They're in front by 8. 124 left to play here in the fourth. Rudy Fernandez is checked in for Madrid. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. I got a chance to hear what the home team head coach was saying to his players. His message? I don't want us patting ourselves on the back just yet. We can congratulate ourselves after the final horn. Right now, we need to go out there and take this one home. Guys?
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
The offense just getting right to the rim. At least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Good on both.
Good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul and converting the free throws, narrowing the gap a little bit. That's big.
The pass to Spinellis from deep. And it's Madrid's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. And Huey kicks to Fernandez. Nocioni for three. With the second effort, can't get it to go. Now Olympiakos takes it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's Montzaris out of bounds as Olympiakos keeps possession.
Second team foul. Out of bounds.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they foul intentionally.
Defensive foul.
And the first of two, no good, heartbreaker.
That's his third personal foul. 14.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
I'm sure he would have liked to have had all of those, but he still padded their lead a little bit at least.
Rodriguez goes in. Nocioni buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And they go to the intentional foul, and Madrid making a change.
That's his fifth personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And Huey kicks to Fernandez. And the three off target. Fernandez has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Fires the three. No luck. From the length of the floor. Cannot hit.
Way to stay alert and grab the long rebound.
So Olympiakos wins it. It was a solid win.